When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Hoy hummingbirds, and welcome to Lunch Therapy Interview Friday. Today we have the great Gayla Johnson. She is a comedian and actor, a stand-up teacher, and she used to be a party clown. I wish I was a clown, but I'm just this normal-looking guy with a tie. I could look like anything I want, but instead I'm this. Anyway, this is a live show, so if you have any questions or comments during the show, feel free to express them. Joel and Gayla will take time to address them at points during the show. Now, without further ado, here's your host Joelmarshall.
Hey everybody! Yeah, I'm not Joel Marshall. I'm your friend. Paper. Yeah, that's my name, Paper. My last name's Plastic. I know, my parents had a weird sense of humor.
What?
But yeah. Oh, Blas.
Dude.
Hey.
Dude, what are you doing?
Oh, Joel said that I could host the show today. Yeah, I mean, just in the beginning.
No. He didn't tell me anything about that.
Oh, no, we talked about it last night. He's fine. Don't worry about it. I got this thing. Okay.
Hey,
so
we got a special guest.
Yeah, I
We
know.
have a very
I'm
special
so
guest.
excited. We got a great guest, Gayla Johnson. She's a hilarious comedian, and she's used to be a clown, what I heard, and then she's an actress, and all this. I mean, it's really exciting. So we're gonna get to that. But Joel said that he wanted me to talk to everybody because we've been talking about artificial intelligence on the show, and he wanted to get a young person's viewpoint on it. You know, how do I feel that all these artificial intelligence beings are going to take all my jobs, right? Oh, look, Howard Aronin is here today. Hi, Howard. He's a great comedian, too. But yeah, so what are we going to do, right? And I'm not worried. You know who I'm worried about? I'm worried about Joel, and I'm worried about you, Bloss, because artificial intelligence, they're not going to be able to talk to you. They're going to have to invent artificial stupidity.
Oh, Lord.
That's the only way you'll understand it, right?
Dude, I'm not worried about my job, all right? Joel's going to be fine, and Boney's going to be great, okay? I need you to wrap this up. Let's go.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to use the way of the dog, right? You know, survival of the friendliest. I'm just going to be super friendly to the AIs, and they will make me a pet rather than food. Always be a pet, not the food. Anyway, I better get going. Gayla's here. This is the funniest lunch therapy yet. See? I told you it was good having me on.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Well,
Paper.
with that, what? Okay,
Thank you.
let's get into this thing called lunch therapy. Lunch therapy, by the way, is my favorite show. Did you know that? I'm a little weird. But anyway, let's go. Lunch therapy. I'm gonna get myself a modem. 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 I'm gonna get myself a modem.
All right.
What the heck's going on here? Who's that paper? This guy, paper? He like locked me in the other room?
He
I
said
don't know.
that you guys talked about this, and you told him that he can open. He could do. Oh, guess. Is he gonna host? What's going
Did
on?
I do that? Come on, I'm a total control freak. I wouldn't let some kid just like suddenly just jump on the show in the beginning. Anyway,
Whoa, wait a minute. How did he infiltrate the studio?
I have no idea. Hey, Howard Aronin. It's great to see you. Ginny.
This kid looked a little different. I mean,
He did. He
Is
looked
it-
like...
is that an AI? Is that an AI?
Oh my God, that might be what... Boney? You can't be letting the AIs in here, okay? Boney,
we need
you
to
know...
lock down security. We need to. I'm gonna go take a look at the
Yeah.
server and
See what you can do.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
I'm sure we've been hacked or something. Nasir is here. Great. I like the thumbs up. Ginny Sykes. Paper's face is more expressive than Joel's. I gotta work on my facial expressions, I think. Yeah. Holy Howard Aronin. Richard Gaddis is here. Artificial Richard Gaddis sends a greeting to all his friends. I'm not really worried about artificial intelligence because a long time ago I learned how to speak facts. Do they still speak facts? These artificial beings? I know. What can you do? I'm actually using an artificial sweetener in my coffee this morning. TGIFF. All right, we're going to breathe. There was supposed to be some music at the beginning of the show. I don't know. But Boney, could you get the music? I don't know. We were going to listen to some really cool handpan, but seems like somebody misplaced it. I'm not making any accusations or anything, but we were going to have some bitchin' handpan. Let me see if I can get it for us. Nope, I can't. All right, let's breathe, because God knows I need it after that. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hopefully Gayla's breathing as well. Let it go. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. All right. Now I'm feeling good. Now I'm going to save the music for when Gayla's on, because God knows you never know what's going to happen. Last week we had Cynthia Levin on the show, and she, by the way, she was trying to get an apartment. She was in New York, and she was so stressed out about it that she took the call during the show, which was super cool. But I want to follow up and let you know she got the apartment. All right. So, you know, this show is performing miracles all over the world, right?
All
over the world. All right, let's get into this thing. I'm really excited today. I got a frog in my throat. Really excited because I've got Gayla Johnson on the show. She is not only a certified scuba diver, a real estate investor, developer, bird handler, dog trainer, juggler, ex-clown. She is also an amazing stand-up, a stand-up teacher, and she's an actor. You've seen her on television because you've seen any show that you've seen on television. She's been on it. I mean, it's like the list is just goes on and on and on. Doesn't sound like a frog. Does that sound like a frog? How about that, huh? All right, let's get into this thing. I'm going to let Gayla Johnson talk because clearly I've got problems.
Kids used to tease me about his afro because it was huge and always had like a 2-second delay. You know, he'd walk around, Gayla! What are you kids laughing at? When he first woke up in the morning, it was smashed on one side of his head.
Yeah! There she is, Gayla Johnson. Thank God you're here. Welcome to Lunch Therapy.
Thank you for having me. This is fantastic.
God, it was getting kind of crazy there for a beginning because we started the show. Gayla wasn't even here. And you know, that's the way we do it around here. We just start rolling and we're panicked. We're like, what's happening? But yeah, you're here. And then you went away for a second and then you came back. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. I'm on the road. I have a gig tonight. I'm on the road. I'm in a hotel room and I am teaching comedy and I am in a podcast. And I also have 3 major self-tapes that I have to do.
Oh my God, no.
In this hotel room, there's big shows out there. TV shows, and my agents are always sending me self-tapes, and for them it's like, oh, here's an audition, and I'm like, oh my God, makeup, camera, wardrobe, lighting. I have to go do a gig. So yeah, everybody here in the hotel probably thinks I'm shooting porn. I'm sure.
You know what the of course you get the ones where you're in the hotel room where you have to scream like you get a horror movie or something.
Exactly.
Or like yell at someone. Like, what's wrong with that person? Yeah. So here's the flyer for your show, by the way. Fresh Start comedy show.
You know everything about me. Look at that.
Of course I do.
I'm in Santa Clemente. That's right where I am.
Clemente.
Right now.
So if you're out there, go see the show. If you can, it's probably sold out. But anyway, it's called Fresh Start. That's the one.
Yeah.
So, okay. Life's crazy lately, right? I mean, with these self-tapes and everything, and like all of a sudden we have to do all the videoing. all the hair and makeup, all the whatever that we can do to get the job. And they want you to just be natural, though, of course. Just be natural.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, just be yourself. Just grounded. Be grounded.
Yeah, just be grounded.
I'm grounded.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is like, yeah, you just want to be an actress for now. Eventually
Yeah.
you'll evolve your career into, oh yeah, now I want to direct, and now I want to produce, and maybe I want to be a writer. So, no, I just want to be an actress. But no, I'm a
Yeah.
grip. I'm a
Yeah.
makeup stylist. I'm a wardrobe person. I am a producer. I'm an editor. Oh my God. I even
It's-
shop for deer. This is crazy.
I hear actually the Screen Actors Guild is going to do something about this so that we don't have to do, everything. And also that we don't have, sometimes you even have to you always have to get a reader, but sometimes even they have live Zoom auditions where you have to bring your reader there to live read with you.
Yeah, they actually say that too. They require that. I'm like, you always think like, how are they going to know?
Yeah.
they say the reader doesn't need to be on camera, right? So, you just go, hi, John. Hello, John. Hi, John. And you just make it. And so, but you try to your voice has to change. But I don't know how they know, or if they know, but they can tell. If you have friends, sure. Yeah. If you have
That's
friends,
the other thing. You have to call your friends. Please, can you please help me? I got this thing to do. It's due tomorrow at noon.
And the hardest thing is every friend I have is like, I didn't like that take.
Oh.
You're gonna teach me how, and that's fine. I like advice. I ain't got time for all that. Just let me make my own adjustments.
You know that too when you've got a reader and the reader is trying to get the part.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you can do better. I know you. You're holding back. It's like, dude, I got like 10 minutes.
Did I ask you for coaching? I just want you to say the lines.
Oh my God. And when you deal with real people, then you want to take care of the relationship. Oh yeah, you're right. I should have been more grounded.
Yeah, let me try. Not.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's so did you start out wanting to be an actor? Is that what you started out doing, or wanting to be a comedian or juggler? Or you were a clown first, right? You were a clown before you were any of these things? What's that all about?
I snapped.
You snapped.
I went to college.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, so yeah, I went hotel room. Sorry, it's like forensic files. Okay, I went to college, graduated. Then I was going to be so my major was I was going to be a news reporter. It was communications and journalism. So yeah. So there you go. So I still had a big mouth back then too. I wanted to talk about everything.
Yeah.
And so I was going to be a newscaster. That's what I wanted to do, and that would have kept me, kind of from being, like insane, because I had to focus just on the news and keep a straight face and go, ma'am, how does it feel to be run over after you went? Okay, whatever. It's so horrible though, that kind of news.
When I watch Jeff Vaughn on KCAL 9, I often think I should have taken that job. That'd be a good one. Just coming, because I don't even think he reads the copy before he gets there. I think he just reads off teleprompter. Because sometimes, he's got that blank look on his face sometimes that you don't know. You're certain that he has no idea what he's saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good job. Yeah. Not to rip on Jeff Vaughn. He's one of my favorite people.
There's another newscaster. What's his name? He's like a cowboy, and he's like, hey. And he's really hype up. I forget his name.
I forget that guy's name too. But I love local news.
I love local news. I love it. And you're doing it. You're already doing it. You can do this. You're doing this.
Yeah.
It's different now. You don't have to work in Split Lip, Ohio, and Bent Knee, Mississippi before you're noticed. You're on your YouTube channel. You're saying things. They're like, oh, maybe we should hire him as let's go to Joel Marshall for the report,
I hear that I'm from Seattle, and they used to get a lot of reporters from Seattle because we had a kind of a neutral accent.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That was needed. I don't know why that was needed. Now it doesn't. I don't think it matters. But the thing is, what made you not do this?
I think in Seattle, you guys it's raining all the time, so you have nothing to do but stay in and gripe. So
right, we don't actually interact with other human beings, so we don't pick up accents. We learned our accent from books.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't have our own accent. So why did you not do the reporter road? Or were you just majoring in that because secretly Gayla wanted to be an actor, but she didn't want to tell her parents I'm majoring in acting, so she majored in communications?
How do you
Is that what
know
happened?
these things?
I'm totally inside your mind now. I'm reading inside your mind.
So yeah, probably. I think what happened was I got out of college and I tried
Yeah.
to be in the news, and I was working as a radio person in the news. KFWB News 98. That was
Wow.
my where I landed. And
Yeah.
anyway, I was there for 3 or 4 years, and I wasn't a reporter yet, headed that way. And then eventually, I was going to try to get into, like, TV news. But just so happened that Lucille Ball was not doing well in her health. Her health was failing. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was. My job at the newspaper, I mean, at the radio, was to get the feeds down from any updates on her condition. So the feeds, meaning back in the day, we had audio tape. We had actual reel with like this black tape around it back in the day.
Insane.
And my
Insane.
my skill set was that I could splice those tapes. I could hear a guy say, "So today, and she's doing well." So I would take out the and I'd put the two tapes
With tape?
together.
And you put
With
tape on it?
yes,
I did that too.
okay. So that
What a
that
nightmare.
what a nightmare. So
Kids today, they don't know. They don't
They don't-
know all
they
the
don't-
great tools they have. We had
They
to
still-
splice tape together with tape. Tape.
people still change what you say if you're
Yeah.
not careful.
Yeah.
And so I was getting the feed down about her condition, and she was doing well and looking good, blah 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 blah. And so a feed came over the wire that said she had passed away and everything, and it had her resume. Like, oh, Lucille Ball was this, Lucille Ball was that, and she was welcomed in the homes of many for thousands. We loved her. And so I got the tape. It was my job. I got it. I got the tape. Here you go. And I went to the editor. I said, "Here we go. Here's Lucille Ball's update. But I think there's a problem." He goes, "What?" I go, "Well, it says she's already gone, and she's not. She's still in ICU." He goes, "Oh yeah, he just snatched it from me. Oh, she's going to be gone in a minute. Doesn't matter. We'll be the first ones with it on the air. So thank you." Boom, boom, boom. Wake up call. So I realized at that point they don't care about Lucille Ball. I'm in there, and I'd rather be by her side and go, "Hey, Lucy, you wake up. You okay?"
Yeah.
And so it was realization of the business I was in at that point.
Hmm.
I didn't care about ratings. I didn't care about being the first ones with it on the air.
Mhm.
I cared about Lucille Ball. I don't know. I kind of was shocked that it was just so abruptly, give me that. We're the first ones with it on the air. So I got out of reporting. Then I
So
wanted to get
Lucille
into,
Ball helped you get your start in entertainment. Is that what happened?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because if she could do it, then I could do it. I mean, it's a lot of, not just
You-
her, Carol Burnett,
Yeah.
Carol,
Oh, yeah.
but Whoopi, all the greats. I mean, there's more to life than talking about what other people are doing in
Mhm.
terms of reporting. You talk about what you're doing, what you're about, and help someone. I'm not even sure being a reporter is a great job. And oh my God, look at what's on the news today. But you have a choice to report what's happening or help someone with some sort of leadership in what's happening,
Yeah.
whatever that means. So yeah.
Ginny Sykes says, good decision, Gayla. I think it is a
Ginny
good decision.
Sykes. Oh girl, why'd
Ginny
you do
Sykes
that?
is here.
I know. She got me on the show, and I'm like,
Yeah. She's
I don't
great.
know. And it's just a setup. I don't know.
It's great. It's great having you here. So when you decided, hey, this is just, we're selling shit by the side of the road. That's what I like to say. When people do things just because they're making money and they're just selling shit, selling commercials or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to find more meaning in my life. I still want to be a performer, but I want to be on screen.
Yeah.
But I want to find a deeper level of it. Did you go to comedy or did you go to acting or what did you do?
I went to acting.
You did?
Yeah, I went to acting. And what got me interested in that was that I could really just become another person that would help tell the story of another person. I could really give everything I am to a movie or a film and just completely immerse myself in that, where it would affect a whole, movie theater of people. And
Mhm.
it's not even me.
Yeah.
And I can give me when I'm ready, but the idea that I can let go of a lot of my own stuff within a character
Mhm.
is amazing to me. And I'm still waiting to do that.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to ask you about. So a lot of times, and by the way, people in the chat room, you can ask questions. I'm going to star them, and we're going to go to a certain area and look at your questions. That's the idea, at least. So feel free to ask questions.
There's
Um,
people here.
there's people here. Yeah, there are people here. We're not just having this conversation. This is not just a Zoom call. The so right now you do a lot of day player parts where you come on, or day player, or like guest roles where you come on to shows where you don't get to do like a complete character arc. Or do you find that that's true, and you want to get something more substantial? I would imagine, right? All of
Right,
us
right.
are. I'm speaking for all actors.
Yeah.
99% of actors want to get a larger role. How do you see yourself? Yeah, there's this Boney. So how do you see yourself like making the transition from all the work that you're doing, not to lessen that, but to move into another level where maybe you're going to be like a series regular or something?
Yeah. Well, that is already happened. It hasn't happened, but it's happened. There's there's no other road for me. There
Yeah,
isn't.
yeah,
It's like, look, I'm in San Clemente right now. So if I'm going to go home, there's only one road or two roads or three roads home, but I'm going home.
yeah,
It's a definite thing. I'll go when I go, but that's where I'll end up for
okay,
sure. And
yeah,
and so by not having any other options, I am forced to do the work. I have to read the book and, and learn to act. I mean, so here's the thing, guys.
yeah,
For me, it has to happen. It just has to. So it's almost like I said, Santa Clemente, I'm going home. If I'm gonna need gas, I need
yeah.
gas to get home. I have to stop and get some water or whatever. I got my dog with me. He has to like poop and stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
So in acting, if I know I've got to have a series regular, I just got to. It's
Yeah.
got to happen. I mean, I was on the show 911 recently,
Hmm.
where I was recurring. It was fantastic. And oh gosh, the actress that's on that show, she's the series regular and she's wonderful. She was on
Boney, can you
Waiting
look that up? I'm gonna have
Waiting to
my assistant
Exhale,
look it up.
the lead.
Yeah,
Angela
the
Bassett.
waiting to exhale. Angela
Uh,
Bassett.
Angela Bassett, fantastic. And I was playing opposite
Hmm.
Aisha. Well, she's on there too. She's
Okay.
really great.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, names. I looked up the nobody looks at the credits. I looked at the credits. Angela Bassett is an executive producer. They have like maybe 20 executive producers on that show.
Hmm.
And I wonder why there's so many, whatever. So I asked my the star of the show, one of the stars
Yeah.
that I was in scenes with, and she goes, "Oh, that's just in her deal. That's in her deal to be a executive." And I really got fired up at that because as a co-star, as a recurring actress, as a guest star, you're on a need to know basis as to what the series is doing and what they need next and where they're headed or whether or not they're planning you and their scope of their general picture and stuff like that. And that's okay. That's not your business to know that. But if you are a series regular and you are in the deal where you're an executive producer, then you probably are more informed of more things, which I feel like that's where I'm headed.
That's
I
where you're
have to
headed.
be. I need
Do
all the
you
information.
do you just logistically, do you make goals for yourself where you say, I'd like to be this by a particular time? Do you do affirmations? Do you do visualizations? What do you do to plan that trip down that road?
Um, well, I declare a particular uh, point to every year. Like my husband and I do this. I started this tradition with him, and I go, "Well, this is the year that we come back. This is our comeback year, right? Or this is the year of financial freedom,
Hmm.
or this is the year of prosperity," and we define that. or this is the year of better health. And what does that mean? We have to define it. Absolutely. And so every day, or as well, yeah, every day, every other day, I remind myself what I said, and I,
Yeah.
I write it out, and I have it all over my room. Oh, I hate me. I am the worst. And so I wake up and see what I said. Like, "Ah, you bitch." Because I have to live up to. So the thing is, I have to remind myself, I have to have steps to achieving anything, right?
Yeah.
So I remind myself that I don't have to read the actor book to get better at technique. I get to read the actor book to get better at
Oh,
technique.
okay.
I
Mm-hmm.
get to. See, a lot of times for me, it's like a lot of people, it's inconvenient and we hate pulling over for gas to get our car, but we have
Yeah,
to
you have to
have.
do the work. Mm-hmm.
So I have to read the that. I get to read that. I get to
You get to.
uh, exercise when it's hard. I get
Yeah.
to lose a little more weight and get more trimmed. I don't have to. I get to, and that's good because all this excess laziness or anything I put off doing or any my pants don't fit, all that stuff is negative for me. It depresses me. I want to get rid of all of that extra weight so I can get to the goal. Yeah. And that's kind of like a road trip home. It's like there's traffic, there's gas, there's my butt hurts, I'm sitting too long, the
Yeah.
dog has to pee, it's all this stuff. But I'm going through all of that because that's part of getting to where I need to go. That's part of the
Yeah.
dream. So you have to take the good with the bad, and there's a lot of bad and there's a lot of good too. But you have to see it. You have to make sure you point it out to yourself every time. Those little celebratory dances. It's good. It's good. Like I went to Starbucks today. I went to
Yeah.
Albertsons
Yeah.
and I got some food. The dog wouldn't eat the such a picky little mutt. I just why?
Can't believe it.
Just give me a hard time. So I had to get him his special food from
Yeah.
Albertsons. And then I bought me a little stupid little mug from
Yeah.
Albertsons. This is something I saw. I said, okay. And I go, yeah, okay, this is going to remind me of this trip. And I get to have this because of this trip. So I got something nice for me.
Yeah.
It's a little reminder, pat on the back, or just something special. Love yourself to reward yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something more. I realize I just don't take care of myself if I have nobody looking. It's like if I don't have anywhere to go,
Ah, ah, ah.
if I have nowhere to go and nobody's expecting anything, or no one's coming over, or I don't have a self tape to do, or I don't have, then it's like, okay, so yeah, I'm just chowing down on muffins and cakes.
I can't really believe it. But you're always in the spotlight anyway, so you just that takes care of itself, I guess. I'm gonna play this clip about you and your. I can't even say it. I'm just gonna play a little comedy clip just to break it up, and we'll be back.
Find something nice to say. When you're going to compliment a woman, you say, oh, hi, you're a nice looking young lady. You look very nice tonight, very neat. Don't come up to me like, I like your tits. Because see, as a comic, I'm liable to come up with something weird you ain't going to expect. Like, oh, you like my tits? Thank you. My mom gave them to me, actually. I'm so glad. Hey, you know what? If you're really that fond of them and you want to take one with you, it's cool. I can get another one. That's fine, No, really, you should take it. You should take it. You should take it and kiss on it and have fun.
You're crazy. You're totally crazy. That was super fun. I love the act out. I love the prop work. I think it's hilarious.
I seriously need supervision.
Yeah, you do. So how does the stand-up complement the acting? The acting complement the stand-up? Are they different? Are they the same?
They are different, and the same, but they're mostly different. The stand-up, you're much more free. You're much more able to make mistakes and make that part of the show. You're yourself. If as you take off more and more layers of self-conscious stuff, you become you. The actor is um, restrictions on what the objective is of the script and what scenes that they need to accomplish within that script and within that character. You are someone else, but you're you being someone else. So it's I'm working my way still into the new skin of that, and trying to learn all I can and exercise all I can to um make that more me. It's another art form completely, but it is once you get in, once I learn how I'm going to make the character, like for instance, like I get a lot of
Yeah.
co-star roles are great. So a doctor is a doctor. Yeah, so there's not much more to a doctor, but a doctor became a doctor from being something else before he was a
Yeah.
doctor. So that person is allowed to live a little and have a little variant kind of personality, but
Yeah.
it has to be built into the goal that that person is of it being a doctor. And
Mhm.
it's an institution being a doctor. There's only so
Yeah.
many things you can do or not do. So anyway, yeah, there's a system of mailing it together, and it's on its way. That's
Well,
all
and
I can say.
also, I guess when you are acting, you have to kind of deliver what the writer wanted or what the producers want and that kind of thing. So there's a certain sort of out of your hands quality about it. Whereas with comedy, you're free. I mean, I
The
like
best
you have your quote about what is it? Comedy is the only profession where if they, what is it? If they don't laugh at you, or no, if people are laughing at you, it's good or something. What was it? What is that quote?
yeah, that's Greg Dean's quote. That's
Is
Greg
it?
Dean's quote.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, here it is. Stand-up comedy is the only thing you can do badly and no one will laugh at you. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Oh, there we go. I totally blew that joke.
Yeah, boy.
But
That's
that's
when you
funny.
need the laughs.
Right, right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Greg's quote, and he's a genius. He thinks of
Greg?
every
Who's this Greg guy you speak of? I have no idea who you're talking about.
you ain't gonna miss. I don't know what I'm talking about either. But yeah, that's the guy. So, but yeah,
So
and
you're
it's very
married to Greg Dean. Just get that out there. It's very unfortunate for you. I'm sorry about that. But he's hilarious. So. Do you?
you had him on the show.
Yes, I had him on the show. He's fantastic. I'm totally kidding. His book is great. And you also teach comedy as well, stand up comedy too, right?
I teach his techniques.
Yeah.
Yeah, I teach his school. I'm one of his master trainers. Yes.
Yeah. And did
Because
you?
actually, if it
Yeah.
wasn't for his classes, I wouldn't be a comedian. I
Did you
learned
start in his with his process? Did you start comedy with him?
I totally started with that. I was an actress, and I was just waiting for acting to kick in and
Yeah.
make me a Hollywood celebrity overnight. Didn't work. This is back in drama log days and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I heard from someone that while you're waiting for your acting career to start, you could get on stage every night and be doing something. I'm like, what, like improv or no, like stand up. Oh yeah, what's that? I just stand up and get on stage, make people laugh. Oh, okay. So what I did was I memorized a monologue, because that's
Mhm.
what actors do. It's
Yeah.
like
Of
here's
course.
a monologue.
Yeah.
And then I got on stage. I got in his class and I was trying to impress him. And then I got on stage and did this monologue, and it was so devoid of relationship with an audience. Nobody could interrupt me. I had choreographed reactions, and I laugh here and cry there and all this stuff. And it was acting. And I
Yeah.
was very bad acting. So he was like, what are you doing? I said, I'm doing stand up. Oh, sorry, no, that's not stand up. So, so
I think
yeah,
that's such a good point you're making. I mean,
it's really not hard to be wrong.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's good.
it's a really good point. The Ginny Sykes is saying you're a great teacher, by the way. You helped her so much.
Yeah.
So there's some applause there for you. Um, So that's the thing. Yay! That's the thing that I think a lot of times
Awesome.
actors. Okay, enough. I think actors, make great stand-up comedians, but they need to understand that it's like a different thing. And also, I love what Greg says about, you have your material, but you don't. It doesn't necessarily. It's not set in stone. I mean, I don't know how he says it or whatever. Obviously, I paraphrase what he's saying, but the idea that it's malleable and the idea that it's a relationship with the audience and it changes as you do it.
Yeah, you know about this. It's like if it was set in stone, it's really all about you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you might as well just go do a TED talk because that's what it amounts to, or it becomes like um, uh, what is it? Toastmasters. Yeah, I mean, if you just want to do a speech and do your comedy, joke, 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 then don't be a stand-up. Clearly, that's not your field. Maybe you should be a corporate presenter or something. But so there is stand-up comedy is very much conversational. The only time it gets so if you can do the conversational and everything, the only time it gets a little like without a conversation is when you're doing something specific, like taping a TV special, or doing certain things with making a special. Then there's instructions for the audience to laugh at certain breaks and certain times and certain parts, and then but you don't riff as much because you're taping a special. You're doing something different. But yes, a lot of stand-up jokes and a lot of routines are written while on stage because your jokes are great. And then when you put them out there and people react unlike what you expected, that's when you write another joke or a tag.
That's the thing. It's never, oftentimes it's not what you expect.
No, it's
you
not.
always hear comedians say, "Oh, this is so great in my head."
Yeah, along with the other voices. Yeah.
Right.
It's really
And also
fantastic.
just the acknowledging of that, with the audience, if it's not going so well, sometimes that can be funny in itself. You've done all the different types of comedy. What are the different ways comedians can make money as a comedian?
Well, we can get on lunchtime therapy podcast.
Right. This big paycheck. Big paycheck.
But there's people want to laugh in all genres. So corporate comedy, cruise ship comedy, any kind of entertainment, be one of the sideshows for entertainment networks of all kind, which is wherever people go to get entertained. So they go to a show in Vegas, and maybe you can be a comedian on one of those shows. You can open for them. You can warm up audiences before a live TV taping. There's
That's a good one.
there's colleges around town. Colleges are different. They're all millennials that can cancel you. They'll cancel. And it's like I'm like, okay, I'm too much.
They can cancel you.
I can't deal with any kids. I can't. You know what? You don't. I don't know.
Why you think that the college kids are more sensitive?
God, if I'm at no, they're not more sensitive. They're more. They're more dismissive. Yeah, you'll be in the middle of the show and they'll go, "Oh, okay. Well, anyway."
Oh no, really?
And I go, "Excuse me, excuse me, I'm sorry."
I find that when you go to like open mics too, that the comedians are like looking at their phones. You're just like, "Come on now, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?"
It's a different world now. It's totally different. You have to kind of let that in and make a joke about it and deal with it and talk about how that person's probably talking to their parole officer and said, okay, just check in so you don't get in trouble. Pay attention to the show. Yeah, totally. I guess they frighten me. Kids these days, they know everything and they can look you up and they can stand. Oh, you know what? That when you open the show with that bit that I did like this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think that was one of the apex moments where my dad started to become estranged from my life.
Oh no. Oh no. So he didn't like you doing comedy about him? Is that?
No, he doesn't. He can't take a joke.
He doesn't.
He stood up in the middle of the show.
I saw that. That was really him?
You saw that? Yeah, that was him. You mean on Inside Joke?
I saw somewhere, Inside Joke, I think.
Yeah, they reenacted it.
Oh, they reenacted it. Okay.
But that's what it was like. Yeah.
That actually happened to you. You're doing a stand-up comedy, and your dad got up and was like, "What are you doing?"
My afro wasn't that big. Why are you
Did,
telling all these people these lies about me?
did people think that it was part of the act?
I think they did because
Yeah.
he's just a heckler or something.
Yeah.
But I wasn't good enough at that time, or I don't know if I am now. But I couldn't handle it. Like I couldn't sit him. I couldn't. Dad, I was like, Dad, please don't do this to me.
No.
I didn't cry. I
Yeah,
didn't cry, but I was
but
like,
you
Dad.
kind of fell apart. Yeah, like, oh.
Yeah, and then I didn't get back to the show, and then I was like, "Thank you, that's my time," and then I walked off. So I couldn't handle it, and
Yeah.
but he won. He got me off stage, and
It is a fine line because as a comedian, you want to be personal, and you got to talk about your life.
yeah,
And it's lucky that you're married to a comedian because he totally understands that you talk about him.
yeah, all the time.
I hope he
He,
does.
he does, and he comes to the shows and watches, and actually he tells me, how he critiques. He
Yeah.
gives me feedback about, oh, that
Yeah.
was pretty good that you talked about my bald spot, and made it be like it was blinding you every morning in the sun, and you could
Too
see
funny.
Mars, and yeah. Oh, you said you saw ET on there, and now he's because they're gentrifying Mars, that now he's not even ET, he's EBT. Oh, good, that's good. That thanks, Gayla.
EBT. Wow. That's
Yeah,
cool.
so it's just that but he's real nice about it, and he helps me. He doesn't take anything personal. You can't offend Greg Dean. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's tried, but nah, he actually kind of tries to get his students to yell at him and to put them in his place and stuff, because everybody hides when they're first beginning and starting comedy. There's such a facade we live under. We act right, we say the right things, we want friends and family around us, so nobody really knows that little voice in our head. So
Yeah.
it takes years to let that go, and you can trust that you'll be okay, and to really
Yeah.
be you. So yeah, he people when they're in his classes, his advanced classes, time and time and time again, he's like, okay, so how do you really feel about that? Okay, no, not what's out. How do you really feel? What do you want to tell her? Your
Yeah.
mother? What? Okay, I'm your mother. Tell me. And so, but people have turned to him on. Would you shut up? And then he goes, "That's the guy I want on stage."
Yeah.
He's a maniac.
I love
But
that.
I love him.
If
Somebody
when in the past when now you're touring right now. Do you have a manager that sets up gigs, or do you set up your own gigs?
I set up my own gigs. I have a manager. I have an agent. I have a theatrical. I have a manager, and I have a commercial. But my manager is not a comedian manager, comedy manager.
Actor
She's
manager.
she's an actor manager. She's fantastic.
Mhm.
She works out of L.A., Australia, and New York. So it's
Wow.
Gina Doge Management. She's fantastic. So I've consulted with her about helping me with this comedy side, and she's way open to it. She just doesn't have any contacts or doesn't know how to solicit gigs or send avails and all this stuff. I have to teach her or tell her what goes on, and I half understand it myself. So I'm not forthcoming to train her in that, because but I'm hoping I can find a manager, comedy manager, and maybe they can work with my team.
Yeah. And it's easier now. That's one of the things that's good about the acting self-tapes is that you can be on the road and still not have to fly back for an audition.
That's fantastic. Oh yeah,
that's really great, isn't it? I mean, that's a great thing. It kind of opens up a lot.
Yeah, even Zoom makes it a live thing. Like this is live. Yeah, I mean, I could actually be in the room live if they want me to get on Zoom and do this. So, and that way, maybe COVID wasn't such a horrible thing for some of us.
Yeah, there's some good things that come out of it for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to end the show. I'm actually not gonna make you dance, because I know you're super busy. You got 3 auditions and you got a show and all this stuff. I usually make my guests dance at the end, but I'm going to give you a pass because I see your phone's blowing up and things like that. So thanks so much for being here. Hopefully Bloss will dance with me. And I really appreciate your time. Hopefully you'll come back on the show sometime. You're welcome anytime. And if you want to do some sketches with those weird teeth that you have, I would love that as well. You know, your weird teeth, that prop teeth that you have.
Yeah, sure. I will. That's crazy. I need to do more with that guy.
That guy's crazy. All right. So thanks so much, Gayla Johnson, for being on the show. And we'll see you soon. Have a great show tonight.
Thank you.
Break a leg on your auditions. Everybody's saying thank you.
Yay.
And all right, we'll see you soon.
Thanks so
Dance
much,
break
everyone,
time.
for watching. Yeah. Thanks so much.
All right. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, you're still on. Sorry, Gayla. I said I'd let you go. And I'll see you later. Awesome, by the way. It's called The Main Squeeze. We've had him on the show before. Got to get Blas on here. You know what? I don't know where he is. Show of missing persons show. Okay, I think I found him now. You're not going to want to miss this, Blas. Goof. I can't hear you, of course. It's fine.
Of course you can.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
All right.
Saying out of key. Thanks,
I'm gonna turn this
Gayla.
up.
Whoa.
Where's the dancing? There's no dancing.
Joe Cocker. long dance break. Drummer. Oh, Max!
Yeah, look at all those people. The guy down in the lower left corner over here. Funny face.
Hey, those two are kissing.
All those people. There's people on a boat.
They got a lot of friends.
They got a lot of friends.
I think they got more friends than me and you, Joe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We got each other, but they got a lot of friends.
I don't even know how they do. How do they do that? I have no idea how they do that. Anyway, thanks everybody for being here. Thanks Gayla Johnson. Thanks Blas. Thanks Boney. Thanks weird kid at the beginning. Paper or
Paper or
plastic?
plastic?
He only talks on
Thanks for tuning
Snapchat.
in, y'all. See you Tuesday.